Welcome back to the Aether Keep, kings, queens, and emperors. I heard that watching the Ludwig Ogren Championship Series 3 last night, and I love it, so maybe it'll show up more often, maybe it's a one-time deal. Only way to find out is to keep tuning in. So we're doing this free summon, we're going blue. I'm not expecting another, I'm not taking all those, no way. Not expecting another, you know, big win here, but you know, we could cheese an Altina, cheese a Seteth. It's not him, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'd rather have Rajat, and I did get that. So we're going into the keep, and okay, so here's the deal. I woke up. I was awoken by noise in the wee hours of the morning, and I saw that I had indeed gotten a one kill match, which is everything I needed to get into tier 28. However, I was still immune, so it was all for nothing. But then I went back to sleep and awoke for real. The genuine artifact, and awoke to... Oh my god, wait, we're going off right now. I didn't even know about this one. Yeah, so it looks like the Rally Trap team kinda works. Kinda. A little bit. But we have a lot to watch, and because Promise and I were hanging out yesterday, I skipped out on the mock battles, so we're gonna do those really quick. I'm sorry I'm not doing them live. I did sort of work out solutions already to talk about, because it'd just be a really long video if I didn't. But let's check those out. So first off, we had Deus Ex. Here we are. Okay. So congratulations on tier 28 Deus Ex. And this is the team for this one. Let's get equipped properly. AR sets. We're good. And now this team is a doozy. So let's see. This is the kind of stall team I'm talking about. This is the sort of thing that I think is going to become super meta, and it's really hard. I needed my first attempt. I got totally washed because even fully buffed Dominance Brunnya cannot one-shot this Erica, and she has flash, so that's really bad. I figured out a solution. And I also tried to just Altina this, but between Mayogi here and Flash here, she just can't really pull it off, even with Dominance, so it's hard to approach. I do think that this team still has, well, one major weakness. We'll talk about that, but let me get everyone in position first. I want to say it's like this. Alright, so these traps look haphazardly placed at first, but they actually make it so annoying to make so many of the plays I wanted to, so I think they're really good. Here's what happens. I do this. These units never really need to... Or, sorry, these three units never really need to enter combat, so I'm safe to gamble this trap. And I have enough time that even if it was the real one, I'd be able to get out.
What is your desire?
So we do that, we put these two here, Altina needs to be here, end turn. So we're just out of range, and now,
it will be done.
Can break that. Now she needs to come here, and this is the setup we need for the big turn. This is a big turn. Even though my tower gets sniped, turn 3 is still the big one, because time is important against this team. Now, here's the thing.
By your will.
I really can't do much against this stacking of defenses. However, true damage doesn't care.
Yes.
And now I can get Cecilia. Just barely miss on Erica, but I can get Cecilia. So we take her out. And then, this is why the positioning is so important. Thanks to my attack smoke, I now can just barely get Erica. And with that, it becomes a little bit manageable to make things happen over here. Now the really truly wild part of this clear is 11 Steady Channel Classic, and I'm glad we get to do it again, because we're doing this! My favorite play in the game! Altina is a hard counter to Brave Hector. Little known, oft overlooked. And yeah, so the defense tiles are doing a lot of work for me. That's pretty key. And Altina gets away with it once again. She just does it.
What is your desire?
Now.
Yeah. I won't lose.
That used to work.
As you say. By your will.
Let me see.
Certainly.
I want to say
Lead away.
Let's
this
go together.
works.
Over here?
Yeah, and then we can do that. And
Yes. By your will.
she will live.
With utter certainty.
And now it's just a matter of cleaning up.
As you say.
Yeah.
Of course.
Who's here?
You have my trust. I'll think about it. With utter
I like to finish things off with Reagan when I can, so we'll do that. And that is the clear. So the real only weaknesses I see here are that it's possible to use the defense tiles against your team a little bit, and that duo skills, there's no duo building involved. So if you could get like duo Marth to put maybe instead of Winter Cecilia, I think that'd be pretty disgusting. Because right now I think like duo Lynn, duo Hector, and duo Micaiah can all make a dent in the team in different ways, which is really the only weakness. Like, I bet you're having a really good week on defense, because that took me so many tries to figure out. Like, my first attempts were pathetic. There's so many things to consider, and I really like the idea of Flash Erica, because she doesn't move, so you can just kind of keep her like from overextending and getting sniped no matter how you bait. It's great. And yeah, I think this kind of stall team is really the wave of the future. It's just it's incredibly hard to read how to beat this in one go. And yeah, I do wonder, like, to what extent do the defense tiles save you versus get used against you? Because I'm sure there are other maps you could try that might you know, remove that at least from the equation. I think this is really strong, these two here, and just, it works super well, so great job. It's awesome to see a Sol team like this, because I really do think the meta is heading this direction, and this, like, this is not an easy team, trust me. We would have been here for like at least 15 minutes if I tried to do this live. So, yeah, I really think this confirms that once we get 7 units, it's only going to get worse, because then you can keep Cecilia and throw someone down to enable the building, and it'll just be a huge pain, So really, really strong team. Thank you for showing me that, because now I have like some goals to aspire to that I want to wait for the new Mythic to see how to work on about. But yeah, Deus Ex, very cool team. And we also are taking a look at Shiny, Pianoman. I believe you changed your YouTube handle also, so just Shiny now. But Shiny, who's rocking the Dusel. And I also tested this one. I hadn't really realized Dusel is difficult. So, like you said, this team is not yet fully blessed, which is a bit of an issue. I do think, I think Dusel with some defensive blessings is going to be a real nightmare. Like, if you can get a Mirabilis in here, bless him with, either, like, Mirabilis and either of these two, like, he's going to be really hard to kill. So let me just show the solution I came up with really quick, and then we can talk about the team a little. The major weaknesses are that you've kind of boxed in these four, and setting these up over here. I understand why you're doing it, and I can see how it would make them really hard under certain circumstances, but generally this makes it a little bit easier to divide and conquer. And with these four boxed in and no dancers to extend your ranges, I kind of get to choose how I want to approach it in a lot of ways, and I think you get a lot more mileage if you controlled my movement and options a little bit more. So, let's see, what do I do?
By your will. Lead away.
I believe this was the play. And I was actually really surprised the first time I tried this by just how hard Dusel can hit. But Flame lets me get away with it, despite that. So, yeah, like, those are chunky hits, and once he's blessed and merged a little further, he'll be hitting even harder, which is actually kind of gross. But one of the things I think would make this, so I had not considered Dusel for defense. I just hadn't. And what this made me realize is that he would be an amazing lunger, because he's just as durable as Ellie would, and can definitely get those heavy blade procs, and, can just disrupt whatever I would try to set up and tank. So I think what you might want to do is, like, keep him in the corner looking easy, looking like an easy target, and find ways to bolster his defenses or make him really hard to approach. Trick people into tanking him, and then have him lunge, maybe into, like, a lightning trap or something, and set up units. So someone's going to probably try and tank him with, like, a tanky green or blue, right? And then, if you can disrupt their setup and take their unit into the range of, like, some crazy nukes that are good against those kind of units, this is going to catch people by surprise. And I think you have, like, the beginnings of a really unusual team here that people just won't be ready for. That's one thing. Yeah, so the biggest issue is really just that these buildings wall you off and let me take my own pace. Finishing off with Reagan again. So those are generally my thoughts. If you want to talk more, like, my DMs on Twitter are always open. I would love to help you turn this into something really annoying, because I was totally sleeping on this thing. He is, like, I mean, that was with Flame. Yeah, and he gets these buffs, and I went on turn 1, but... So I guess he does get this because it's enemy phase, but... Anyway. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing through this because there's so much more to do. We have 3 replays to watch and a match to play. So really sorry if anyone feels shortchanged by the mock battles today. It's an unfortunate fact of my poor planning. But I'm so happy to talk on Twitter or comments or anywhere. Like, I love... If you haven't noticed, I got really into crafting defenses lately. So this is... I have some... We'll talk about my own defenses once we get to the end of this, but for now, I do want to make sure, if nothing else, I get to play today's match. And today's match, I want to take another rematch because the Vengeance is fun. The options are this one, and not that one, but this one. And I think I want to take this one because it looks interesting to me. The others don't, the seals don't look quite optimized, which maybe is a trick, maybe they're trying to bait me in, but this looks like it's gonna be a more harrowing battle to close out the season, and since we are now gunning for tier 28, I want to finish climactically. That's my goal. So, so we're just gonna go in versus also. They tried to take my points, they sort of almost kinda did, and I will return the favor. Maybe, probably they're not immune, probably they're immune. I don't know. Let's find out. I guess we won't find out. Maybe. Also, let me know if I took your points or not, if I win this, I guess. Everyone's good. Aether raids. Oh, it's this. But... Oh, it's this. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's this? This is an annoying one, isn't it? What do I do about this? Armor March? Kind of think what I want to do is try and go for like a pincer. Maybe? No, maybe not that. Like, I want to get rid of these. I want to get rid of this. I don't like this. And there's a restore trap to make things extra annoying. How can I use that to my advantage? They do all have positional skills, which makes it a little bit harder to predict what the order of actions is going to be. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah, that's tough. I think what I might do is just set up over here, because this side is blocked off. Totally blocked off. I can keep my squishy, my liabilities over here. Set up over here, and I don't think any of these things can really reach. Brunnya can tank Veronica like it's no problem. I think I can live Elliewood. Ephraim. What am I saying? Yeah. And I do think this is going to be one of these, because we're going to need that armor effectiveness for sure.
By your will.
Yes, so who's going to go where? I think Naga's probably going to live over here. You're going to need to be on deck. I think it's going to be approximately like this. Now, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 62 attack, but actually like 65 attack.
As you say.
On my, like, I'm pretty sure Brunnya will be fine. Oh, but she shares the same range, so I actually don't want to risk that, do I? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So I think we're going to put Brunnya right here. And put these like this.
Consider it done.
This is a safe spot.
Over here?
I can break this. I can break this. Oh. They're already getting ready for next season. Well, that's a lucky break.
Certainly.
Hopefully I don't screw this up now, because that'd be kind of embarrassing, huh? Ah. Well.
I won't lose.
I think like this. I think this is still safe. Okay. Now they're moving.
Let's go together. By your will. With utter certainty. As you say.
I guess like this? Maybe? Okay, that's good. Oh, we can turn on animations now. It's time. Time has finally come. Now it's turn 4 and I haven't made much of a dent in their stuff yet, which isn't amazing. But...
Let's go together. Lead away.
If Micaiah can get this in 1, we're safe. And of course she can! You gotta believe. You gotta believe in Micaiah. I don't even need the plus attack one. Now, he's not going to have that 2 movement next turn, and once he makes a move, he'll be out of range of the Dancer, and I think she's gonna... Is she gonna be okay? She should be okay. Where's that +6 coming from? Him? Well... What can I do about that?
I won't lose.
It will be done.
This is a risk, but it's one worth taking.
I will face my fate.
I could get out. I swear I could get out and figure something else out if I needed to on that. I swear it. I swear it. Now, I think we're looking pretty good.
You have my trust.
I think this is now a desirable place to be. It's about what I expected. Okay, that's good. Makai can easily... Or wait, if she has Miracle, I might be in trouble. Of course she has Miracle. Why wouldn't she have Miracle? What other skill could she possibly have but Miracle? But she wasn't doing much damage.
I'm right here.
So let's actually take Duma down.
I want you by
I think.
my side.
I am.
Emerald Splash. And
What is your desire? By your
do
will.
this. So now we just have 2 units with monstrous resistance. Who are to deal with... Right, because you don't have that much attack now.
Over here?
Consider it done.
I won't lose.
I've got like 50 resistance, and you're gonna have like 54. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
So let's, I guess, do this. Okay. Just barely getting out of that. I don't know if I trust next turn, honestly.
Let's go together.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yes. With utter certainty.
I won't lose.
You can take this pot.
Of course.
What turn is it? 6?
Lead away. As you say.
Now these units will survive.
Yes.
Let's try and get Reagan in position, I guess. And I think I'm being pretty carried by the lucky fortress numbers on this one. So,
I'll think about
you know what? We can actually get SP on the Dancer right now, which is kind of fun.
Over here?
I do like going for the Reagan kills, though.
It will be done.
Is this one real? Of course it's real. So we can't get the Reagan kill this time.
it. Of course.
Let's just close it out like this. I guess I could go for the Micaiah special, but when was the last time we even saw Tethys in combat? Has it happened? Brunnya. Doing Brunnya stuff. This might have really been a problem if they had not already set up for next season, or next Astra season. This is it! I believe this is for tier 28. So, also, I'm sorry if this ruins your good time, but it's just the way it's gotta be. That was a fun match. I think the fact that they already changed over means they're probably immune for the rest of the day, so hopefully everyone can just be happy. But that was a really cool match. That was an interesting team. I was kind of running with no safety net on a lot of that. I didn't know if it would time out properly. We made tier 28! 2 for 2, baby! 11 don't miss. We even had a little tiny bit of cushion, a little tiny bit. I think this is... No, this is not higher than my... I don't think this is going to hold 3k. Ouch. I guess we'll see about that, but at least I got the tier. At least I got the tier. Alright, so here's the thing. I think we're going to watch these, and it's going to be long enough. I think we're turning off animations for them. I'm sorry, but such is the way. Animations are off. So look at this thing. I've not seen these replays yet, but 75, like, I'm surprised I managed to get even 1 kill. These are interesting builds, honestly. No seal, but I guess Altina's kind of dead weight at this point, probably just here for score, yeah. So, I'm really glad I do have the double dancers now, because it makes this Fjorm way less of a threat. I think this is a cool build on Naga. Seems... Oh, I'm curious what exact situation she's for, but I think it's neat. So let's see what they did. Wonder who died? That's what I'm really curious about. Also, what level is this? Only 1. Was it a sacrifice play? Now this, I do think this is like the weakest point of my team. Oh, because the rally trap doesn't properly work. Oh wow, and Norn even lives that. I really did get fjormed. I got very, very fjormed. Oh, that's their Altina. I'm so used to my Altina making big plays. So what happens here? Does Altina get it? I think it's classic. That's what Altina does at this point. Oh, he doesn't get the double because of the HP condition. That's annoying. Yeah, Scyther Shell's really good. I think Scyther Shell might be better than Gale Force on Regan. I don't know. It just seems like it's gonna be... So they needed the pot, huh? They say have 2 matches for the last day, I guess? Also, indeed. Oh, they're going for both. Very interesting. But this looks like... Yeah, and then Regan cleans up. Nice. Very nice. Okay, well, I think it's really cool that this team still managed to get 1 kill even with the Fjorm play and the thickest Norn this side of the... What's the dwarf realm called? Nidavellir, maybe? Alright, on to the next one. Brunhart. Not Brunnya, but Brunhart. This is not a Brunhart channel. Well, it is right now. It's not a Reinhardt channel. It's a Brunnya channel. If I start using Reinhardt, it could be a Brunhart channel. There we go. Oh, wait, we got a win over this man? The guy? Okay. Big buff, Lucina. This is actually a legit tactics team. They somehow beat the flying lock. Wom. Standard. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. But this is, like, these two things together seem like they really make it difficult for my team. So, what happened? I'm sensing a Restore Trap snipe on Plumeria? Not a Restore, Rally Trap. Whatever it's called. He hits that hard? I kind of feel like the damage Alphonse does is also RNG now. Wow! That was wild! Great job, team! Yeah, I like this team. I like this team, you know? I put a lot of thought, way too much effort into it, but I really like the way it turned out. And... okay. A lot of standard kits here. But is this plus 10? No. I wonder what kind of play they were going for. 2 dancers, 3 dancers actually. And Regan, so they have some options. I wonder... Uh-oh. That's a pretty bold one. But this doesn't look like they're gonna get out alive, to me. Okay. And then Altina? Oh, wow, I didn't think it would get her. Why didn't she dance? Oh, because he was above half. Well, I respect doing as much damage as you can. Yeah, that was just a big gamble. I guess they must have had ladders ready for it. I don't know, but the team is in fact working despite all of the... It was a long journey to get here, but everything just barely worked out, almost. I'm probably going to drop from top 3k, which isn't my favorite, but had to learn the new game. And I think we made some progress. So, let's talk about the future. I think I tried to fit Lynn into this team. I don't really like it. I can't quite find a way to make it work as well because I just don't like rally traps in Dark. I think they get shut down too hard by whatever her name is, Milla. I have to run like double, I have to like put Lynn here and then rally trap with Eliwood also, and then when isolation starts happening you just get wasted moves and I don't love it. So I think it would also work better if I had like, you know, the proper movement skills here on Eldigan, but I just don't, so that's the way it is. The change I am making, though, is we're going to run Glimmer on both of these boys, so that we don't have to run QP. We can give it to Eliwood for more consistent Gale Force, and these will both have Glimmer ready on turn 1, which I think doesn't do that much different damage from Luna, honestly, like, especially now that I can run Death Blow. That adds, like, 9 more damage, so I think it's going to be neat. I don't know. We'll see. Gonna try it out, because this team actually did pretty well last season. And I think this season is going to be even harder because the Fjorm and Azur are now off-season, so a lot less people are going to run them. I will be using 4-star Gale. It's my bonus unit, so we're going to have a real hard mode light season. And then I also got together a new team for the following Astro Week, because Thraseer is going to be bonus again. And this was based on some of the ideas that Matthew showed me on Twitter. So I think this deals a lot better with the overlapping range issues I've had. Mira's a little exposed, but I have a second Dancer, so it's still pretty hard to counter, and you have to get in here pretty deep to take her out, which sort of sets up some other things. I don't know, we'll see. I've been testing it out, and I just gave these two swap to make things a little extra annoying. I think it works okay. Probably going to put this up live tonight, so if anyone who's on my friends list wants to test it, let me know what you think. Please do, I'd love the feedback. But it seems to me like that is where we are going to cap it off. So, so I'll be back tomorrow for that light season. It's going to be a tricky one. We'll see if we can keep the 28 streak alive, and yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll post a screenshot if I somehow squeak top 3k, but I don't see it happening. Anyway, hey, let me know how you finished out, and again, we'll be back for a really challenging late season, I think, tomorrow, so till then.